Boom! Get in here. It's Sunday night. I know we made some big changes last week. Radd's here just to stream. And you know what we're going to do first thing on this stream, everyone? We're going to talk about the movies that I watched this week. And that's it. And we're going to hard cut. And you're going to watch the games that I play on the next stream. Which will be tonight as well. But I'm just going to, in the archive, we'll keep it all separate. Yeah! Alright, yeah, last week we made some big changes, everyone. So I might as well just tell you right now. All this zaniness, we're just going to push pause on the zaniness for a while. And just do regular streams like a regular person. Because the moving parts in the show were slowly ripping my brain apart. Baklava, you're out of your mind. Well, get in here, you maniac. A lot of the moving parts in the show, holy smokes, almost 2 years, and we're so close. Baklava's been a great viewer on this program, everyone. That's the gold standard is Baklava.
We're so close.
We got the tunes a little loud tonight. I might turn these down. Yeah, we're going to talk about the movies on this stream, Baklava, then just get the hell out of here and then go to play games right after. Radadanta! Let's get those animated. Radadanta! Alright, yeah, it was, tonight's going to be, a tough stream anyway, just because I've got nothing set up. Hey, Blake, get in here. I got nothing set up. Well, now I got to get Blake on the big board. Because we were taking Ratty Boy Jr. out to a, it's like a retired ski hill that you go down. There's like a roller coaster that goes down. It's crazy. Canyon Coaster is what it's called. So we're just barely back in time. I made a couple of shorts and popped the shorts up. But yeah, what we're going to do, Blake, we're changing things up tonight. We're not even going to do the show. No transitions. It's not a show tonight. It's just a stream. I happen to only still have backgrounds from my stream, so it looks like a show. Don't worry. It's just going to be one moron to another, just dinking around, you know what I mean? I also don't have any of the assets tonight, so I'm going to have to get them live. But you know what? If it's not a show, then I can take as long as I want, goddammit. Finally, the pop culture refresher is unchained. No longer shackled by having to wait until games. It's funny, everyone watches the pop culture refresher, it seems like, and then just leaves for the games. Anyways, we'll just do like that tonight. Also, I had a hat on all day today. This is uncharted territory for hair. I don't have a hair guy like Conan O'Brien. You ever wonder how his hair stays the way it's supposed to stay? Alright. I do have to go to my Discord and tell them I'm live, at the very least. But I have no thumbnail, so here's what it's going to be like. Everyone. I'm live. Doing a pop culture refresher. Come get nuts. Succinct. Straight to the point. What we're probably going to do this week, too, everyone, I'm gonna stream probably daily as well. Or mostly daily, same time slot, I mean, like 12 to 2. But it's going to be music streams, because I need to completely redo my whole portfolio. For those who don't know, I make music for a living. And I did my whole portfolio in the style of the show, which I think probably just hurt it as well. Everyone's like, that guy's not serious. Didn't you see all that crazy graphics I did? Hey, not serious enough. Serious enough to spend years and years on this stuff. Nah, it's too crazy. Fine. They're lost. But yeah, I need to get some music under my belt that I can use for my portfolio. And what better way than to make some music live? What I'd like to do... Castles are never the same. Like, what I would like to do is pick a game, any game at random. Could be Stellar Blade, it could be Claire Obscure, it could be absolutely any game that's, you know, topical these days, and try and make music that would fit in that game, even if it's like a 30-second long track. We'll see if I can do that. I think that would be fun, and if I get anything good, I can actually pop it in the portfolio. Because I don't know what's going on these days. There's so many musicians out there, and there's young ones too. Young go-hards. You got to watch out for the go-hards, because they got energy and time, and they don't have any family or anything going on. They're maniacs. They don't have any experience, so I have the advantage there. I just don't have a great website and a great portfolio like some of them probably do. Okay, the rascals over on the Discord know what's up, and that's about all. Guess what? Where all the action is. The action is here. We're going to just dive straight in. And we're a little late tonight. Mother of frick. Let's start that pop culture refresher, everyone. We're going to talk about the movies that I watched this week. And we'll pop them up on the big board, on the screen, and watch as YouTube systematically strikes every one of my videos. Like, no, video strike, you're using copyrighted content. These are movie trailers, for the love of God. I'm promoting the movie, frankly. Just getting so hard to care. It's getting too hard to care, everyone. But guess what? I still have an ice-cold can of Diet Pepsi caffeine-free, which we will drink tonight. And you know what? For funsies, let's go to the Christmas screen. Alright, now that feels right. I know a lot of people probably have not seen my space station when it looked pristine, but at one point it did look nice before Dan got in charge. Alright, and we have a hell of a Christmas party here, where we watch Dolph Lundgren's Maximum Potential on loop over and over again and just get out of our minds. Now that's a Christmas tradition I can get behind. Come on, Grandma, pick it up! Grandma, pick up those legs! Hey!
Grandma, in order to get out of your mind, you need to flex your taint.
Honestly, if you guys check out Dolph Lundgren Maximum Potential on YouTube, just type it up. Watch a bit of that on YouTube. It'll blow your mind. The way he's talking is mind-blowing. I'm gonna do that workout tape and just get nuts. Get totally jacked. Alright, I think we're good here. Let's talk about movies. Now, I don't have any of the assets, so let's wait while I acquire the assets from these movies. I also I forget the movies I watch every week, so I'm gonna have to look up notes. Miss Radd sent me a text like, "These are the movies we watched, honey." Thank you, Mrs. Radd. Alright, okay, I don't want to spoil it for anyone. I gotta get the assets, or else it's just some jerk talking about movies, and you can't tell. What the hell? You need to see it. There needs to be a visual component. I don't know how podcasters do it. How do you get people to watch your podcast, or listen to it? Jesus Christ. Dolph Lundgren is fine as frick. You seen his hair? His hair's out of control. Alright, A brand new year. Man, we're never gonna get to a point like we had with video stores ever again. That make you sad, anyone? Alright, why don't I just do this one first? Damn it, this is, well, whatever. In the archive, it'll look way better, but I'm gonna have to drag these in, so it's spoiler alert coming up. What is this Arabic website that has taken over the internet? Hey, you want movie posters, don't you? Well, you gotta go to this Arab website. I don't know what angle they're going for. Can I just right-click and save it from here? Without having to go to the website? Because the website doesn't even load the picture. It loads a whole bunch of other stuff. A brand new look. That's right. And now it's growing back all gray. Gray as hell. How about you guys? Anyone in the chat? Anyone in the comments? What movies did you watch this week? We don't really have a rhyme or reason, my wife and I. We just kind of watch whatever. Sometimes we'll just pick a year. All right, let's watch something from 1995. Comment below your favorite movie from 1995.
Not on your chin. Put down that razor and pick up any one of Radland's fine
thumbnails.
Products.
Pop culture refresher, 1992. Alright, the first movie we watched this week that I would like for you to know about. Boom! The movie called Death Becomes Her from 1992. I thought this was earlier than 1992. It seemed like it was on TV a lot for me when I was a kid. Smell like Streep for cheap! Anyways, this movie has some of the most insane special effects at the time. If this movie did not win or was nominated for some awards, then you know the Oscars were a sham and always were. Because at some point, Meryl Streep snapped her neck and her head was on backwards, and I was watching it going like, I don't know how the hell they did this. Not to mention Goldie Hawn gets shot, a hole gets blown through her stomach, but they're still alive because of magic. And I don't know how you would green screen that. Like where you're walking through a scene and you can just see through the green screen. Like, yes, I know how green screens work. They work like this, but how do you have to film the shot twice in the exact same way? That's the only way I can think to do it. So you record it filming all the scenes and then go right back and retrace the scene exactly the same, so you have an exact shot, but where the background isn't there, and then you can just superimpose the actress there. I don't know how they would do this. Anyways, let's get the trailer going so you guys can look at some of these effects. Also, Bruce Willis was quite ridiculous in this film. Very enjoyably so. Alright, Death Becomes Her. Am I wrong? Was this on TV a lot for you guys as well? I found myself laughing out loud quite a lot in this movie. That's a good sign. If you can still laugh out loud... Hey, can we... sometimes you gotta laugh, you know? You just gotta laugh. Alright, let's... And full screen. And zoom it in, Ratty boy. Oh, that's right. The screen only works for the other one. Fine. Just do it like this. Alright, let's take a gander at some of these bizarre special effects. What? The chat is right in the middle of the screen. That's no good. Hold on. I won't subject you guys to chat blocking your view of the movie. Alright, fine. We'll just go here. Wait, why would that be there? Chat box tall. Yoink. Maybe I'll make this guy small. Alright, that should be... You know, it doesn't look great, but we'll let her rip anyways. Alright, Robert Zemeckis. Back to the Future? Or was it Ghostbusters? I can't remember. Either way, that's a big name. I forget why he's a big name. So the basic premise of the film... this is a lot like... What was that one with Demi Moore? Where she didn't want to... She was an aging actress. Aging out of being popular, so she did whatever it took to stay youthful. And they end up taking Isabella Rossellini's magic potion here.
That's a lean sculpted body. Make it your body with Tiny Radd's body fat burner plan.
Oh, the effects were different in the trailer. Zemeckis did do Back to the Future. Alright. Alan Silvestri tag team. Oh, that's right. That's why we knew it was Back to the Future.
Personally scan every one of your folds for analysis in our company-wide.
First thing she says is, take care of your body. You're gonna be immortal right now. 5 seconds later, Meryl Streep rolls down the stairs, snaps her neck, goes the wrong way. Come on, let's see some of these effects, man. Welcome in, Mrs. Radd. Substance? That's right, that's right. It feels like Substance or... What was that one? Black Swan. It feels like there's been 5 movies exactly like this. Without the permanent living immortality part. I don't remember that scene. Miss Radd, that scene wasn't in the movie, was it?
There's no reason your nipples need to look as terrible as you do.
Alright, let's see if she... You know what I'm talking about, Miss Radd? The scene where Meryl Streep's head was on backwards? How did that not win any awards? Meryl Streep looks young. That's because she took the potion. I don't know how old she was supposed to be in this movie. I need a fat burner plan. Well, you need to get on Tiny Radd's fat burner plan. Look at this. How they do this effect. I mean, it's got to be composite effects, just like everything in the 80s or the 90s was. But it looked so unusual and so strange. That's same word. All right. Anyways, Death Becomes Her is worth watching. Isabella Rossellini almost showing full breast in this movie. Let's just put that away. What the hell is your problem, Isabella Rossellini? You remember when Mrs. Radd and I talked about that? Isabella Rossellini was on Ross from Friends' list of celebrities that he was allowed to cheat with. That seems like an odd choice to me. Although it wasn't... Alright, she was okay in that role. I could understand maybe a little Ross. Alright. Death Becomes Her, everyone. That was the first one Mrs. Radd and I watched this week. Now, we're just winging it tonight. So I don't have any of the assets yet, so we're just... we're gonna have to acquire them as we go. Because Mrs. Radd and I were we were like 2 hours away. Another town over, as recently as 2 hours ago. That whole scene, yeah, it was creepy, man. When she, Mr. Radd says, when she went to the phone. I can't remember specifically what she did on the phone, but yeah, as soon as she walked in, because she didn't know she was all fricked up yet. Alright, hey, yo, Desi, what up? Hey, what movies did you guys watch this week? I need to kill some time. Did you guys watch any movies? Mrs. Radd can't answer. She watched all the same ones I did. Alright, next one up. Let me get... I have to look at the notes Mrs. Radd sent me. Alright, aha! We got a good one.
And we're happy to do it. You deserve it.
This is the closest, safest
Movie poster.
dump out you'll ever experience.
Hard to think that's Bruce Willis. Yeah, it's you don't usually get to see Bruce Willis in such a zany role, but he was being very zany. Do I want the one that has fire in the background or the one that has lightning in the background? I guess we'll drag them both in. Alright, what year was this one? This was 2015. What a weird era for movies. It's like a complete blank zone in my memory. 2015. Movies. We got two different versions of the cover here, which is actually, that's good promotional. I see what they were doing. I'm going to give you guys approximately 2 minutes to figure out what Vin Diesel movie did Mrs. Radd and I watch from 2015. Because I'm still getting this all set up. Time is of the essence now. Brother Radd, tighty whitey, getting here, buddy. We're going to just do a pop culture refresher without any moving parts. You're just raw dogging it. But, oh, Mrs. Radd's not on the big board. We're going to be doing this... No, I guess she was on the big board. In here, like swimwear. Dirty swimwear. Chronicles of Riddick. That'd be a good one. You know, I never saw the third one. I wanted to. Mrs. Radd and I watched it, and then she was like, I'm not feeling it, so... It's like, I'm going to have to watch it by myself? I don't want to do that. So I just never did. But you know what we did watch? I can confirm that we did, in fact, watch Vin Diesel in... Oh! Okay, it's... What the hell? I bet you guys don't even remember this one. Vin Diesel in The Witch Hunter. I bet you guys are thinking right now, Radd, come on. Radd, this is garbage. Radd, why would you tell me to watch Witch Hunter? Why would you even mention Witch Hunter? Go to hell. Don't worry, everyone. Witch Hunter is actually above water. Witch Hunter was actually surprisingly watchable. Oh, I remember that movie. So Witch Hunter, he's the last Witch Hunter, sorry. The last Witch Hunter. So Vin Diesel here is 800 years old or something from olden days, and he has to fight this, I don't know, this weird witch. I don't know what the hell's going on. But the beginning, the intro sequence in this movie is actually quite well done. Even still, you would think graphics from 2015 would probably look bad now, but no, the movie's graphics actually look really good, and the art design behind them also surprisingly well done. Radd, I know AI when I see it. You think this is AI? This movie cover here? No, it's probably 2015 CG. Very similar. Pain and Gain. I remember this movie. Yeah, so the art design in this movie I thought was really good. Like when they were showing all his dream sequences. Surprisingly well done. Now, Vin Diesel's such a strange actor. Here, let me get the movie going in the background. That this movie actually suited him very well. Usually, just if Vin Diesel's talking... Can you imagine a scene in a movie where Vin Diesel is talking to Michael Caine? It wouldn't work. He's just too strange. Michael. The way he talks is so jilted and holier than thou, or I don't know, it's strange. Vin Diesel's a strange man. Michael Caine demands respect because he's the elder. He's senior. But in this movie, Vin Diesel's the oldest one because he's immortal, because he fought the Queen Witch and she cursed him with immortality. But he keeps... The way he's talking to Michael Caine as if he is the superior. Like, he's the elder. And it works because Vin Diesel's so strange. Last Witch Hunter. Now, it also has Elijah Wood in it, and I'm always down to peep a little Elijah Wood in a film. Always worth having Elijah Wood out there. Let's see. Theatrical trailer. Boom. 2015. No, I don't need any sound. That'll get you extra copyrighted. As if I need any more of that. It's basically just God of War, though. Same exact storyline as God of War. The hell? That's not the right one. I need this one. Let's do that again. I may not be doing a show anymore, but I still like a good transition.
They're only on the new Radland nipple hair crimpers. These soft, flexible grips prevent unexpected slips. Grips.
All right, let's check out a little bit of The Last Witch Hunter. And you tell me that some of this art design doesn't look interesting. Obviously, his beard looks awful. And when you take Vin Diesel on board, you take the good with the bad.
Our patented rubber grips give you the comfort and security that you won't seriously harm or injure yourself.
Right, so far, I wouldn't agree with me either. When he starts getting the sword that's on fire, though, that looked awesome.
Free pair of used gauze that you can use just in case our patented rubber grips fail. Call the number on the back of the box if your nipples should experience any blistering, burning, or...
So far, they're not showing enough. If trailers were silent, this would not be selling me on the film.
Do not attempt to crimp alone. Always have a buddy system in place in case you don't make it to work the next day.
There was like 3 movies that came out around this time. Not all Vin Diesel movies, but I felt like they were all super similar.
Nipple hair crimpers with patented rubber grips and used gauze. Your nipples will thank you.
Come on, lock it up, Vin. Everything's riding on this, Vin. No one's gonna watch your movie. Hit her with the gun.
Unless you slip while crimping, in which case consider...
Like, this seems like a weird era for CG as well, because the computers weren't, like, ultra beasts, but they still had to, like, the whole movie had to rest on the computer graphics in certain parts, and this movie did, like, a pretty good job of it. This feels like a Stellar Blade boss right there. I don't know. Vin Diesel was like the perfect role for this. Vin Diesel does also tend to age like a fine wine. There was a point in time there where Vin Diesel in like the XXX era, I was even like annoyed by it. Ah, come on. This is ridiculous. But you know, going back, I think I could watch XXX easier now than I could have back when it actually came out. Am I wrong? Vin Diesel in The Babysitter, though. What about The Pacifier? Is that the one you're thinking of, Young Street? A witch with worm hair? Ew. She had baked bean teeth as well. Right. It weren't bad. Just saw it. You saw this one, Desi? Mrs. Radd watching on YouTube. Oh, man, yeah, Mrs. Radd pumping up those numbers. You know, we're only 300 away, everyone. I know the show's been making some big changes, but we're still only 300 watch hours away from me being able to tell YouTube, get me back on board. You guys lost me. I was the one that got away. You know, Mrs. Radd saw, and I saw that in the theater, Young Street, and as soon as it started, I was like, oh, what? Why did we do this? I was just on such a big Vin Diesel kick at the time. Oh, no. Ah. When is XXX, Radd? Did they come up with a number 2? Oh, yeah, it was Ice Cube was in it. Now, Young Street, can you confirm to me that XXX on Game Boy Advance is actually a real game? Because that just made me happy. Happy that it exists. Happy to play it. Happy just to have that in my life. I hope it's real. Don't be thinking around with me, Young Street. It damn well better be real. Alright. The Witch Hunter with Vin Diesel. It's surprisingly watchable. It's on Prime right now. Are you guys going to sit there and scroll through Prime all night? Or are you going to turn on Witch Hunter, The Last Witch Hunter, and just have a good night? Alright, just have a good night. Cannot confirm that Pacifier is worth watching, though. Alright, next one up. I got to look at my notes again.
Crimp your way to a better life. Your better life starts today.
Crimp your way to a better life, everyone. Alright. Oh, these ones aren't funny. This one's only going to take 5 seconds. Poster. Or, no, okay. That's what it was called. Oh, you penis. Open up the picture. Why is the internet hiding images? I'm just going to save it from the image viewer. Save the HTML file. Who are you people? And then Mrs. Radd wonders why I sometimes don't have the English poster. It's because they hide them. Oh, you got to go to Film Affinity. Yeah. Can I save this? Yeah. Alright, I don't know what year it is, though. 2021. Alright, if you guys can guess, based off no information at all, what the 2021 film Mrs. Radd and I watched is, you get 1 free empanada. Redeemable at a future time. Okay, we're getting closer here. Boom. No one went harder. on this show than I did. Listen to this music. God damn it. All right. The movie that Mrs. Radd and I watched was The Desperate Hour with Naomi Watts. I couldn't even recognize her at first. Hint, it was on Prime and stars a blonde actress. Too late, Mrs. Radd. We already fricked it up. Grips prevent slips. Don't take chances with your nipples, everyone. The Desperate Hour. All right, I'll give you guys a breakdown of this when I can load it up. Load up the trailer. Or you can just watch the whole movie on YouTube right now for some reason. What the hell? YouTube is funny. We'll block some stuff, but not all of it. Let me turn this down a bit, though. It's such a weird song that it's distracting. I think we could probably get some... There we go. That feels right. All right, so this was another random Amazon pick from Mrs. Radd and I. And here's the trailer, which you can all watch now and enjoy. And you can decide for yourself if you want to watch it. Now, we've mentioned this on the show several times. This is one of those movies where the whole thing takes place in, like, you know, like the movies like Phone Booth or Obvious Gravity. Get in here, buddy. We're just doing a real raw dog in it kind of pop culture refresher. And as much as I want to go to that celebration screen, I gotta... Kelebe. I'm trying to reduce the moving parts on the show down to nothing. Down to Jack Frick. Anyways, we watched... Wait, what? Oh, I didn't drag it in. Here, let's get that over here. Alright. The Desperate Hour is one of those movies where the whole thing takes place, like, I gotta get there quick, like 24 or something. So, her son might be at a school where there's, like, an active shooting event, and she's, like, trying to get to it. And it's, like, live. The whole movie's live. She must have ran so much for this movie, though. She must have, because every scene with her trying to get to the school is her running. I would love to know the stats on that. They should have had a step counter or something. We ran 50,000 steps today. Either that or they just did a bunch of B-roll and then all of it was in post. They just had her going like, oh my god, I gotta get there quick. She must have had people rubbing her feet all day. She had the Scholl's. Dr. Scholl's was a big sponsor on this one. Good thing I just put in my new Dr. Scholl's, and it's 3D, so she's putting it towards the camera. Anyways, it was alright. Although, as Miss Radd can testify, she can testify, I called it right off the bat. Movies trying to trick me? There's no way you're going to trick me, because I'm too much of a contrarian. I'm thinking ahead, levels ahead. Like the guy from Princess Bride. Inconceivable! I know what you're going for. You want me to think it's this, but it's going to be this, but it's actually that, but then back again. No big deal. Holy, look at Keanu getting jacked for his upcoming role here. Is that CG? That can't be Keanu Reeves. Or AI. Why would Keanu Reeves be that jacked? He's like 59 years old. A triple switcheroo? I can't confirm to you how many switcheroos there are, but there's at least one switcheroo. She must have had people rubbing her feet all day. A triple switcheroo. All right, and Veiled, yes. Oh, dude, your stream got suspended for policy violations. What stream? This stream right now got suspended on YouTube? What? Well, good thing I'm recording. All right, you guys tell me. 7 switcheroos! So this is a case where Twitch is like, keep going, but YouTube's like, shut it down, he's watching movie trailers. How do other channels do it? That's what I want to know. That's what I would like to know. How does anyone watch anything on YouTube without just getting shut down all the time? You tell me that. You tell me honestly. I'm reviewing movie trailers, and that will shut your stream down. That doesn't make any sense at all. Well, you watched the whole trailer, Radd. It's on YouTube. It's public. Well, let me see what happened here. I'll post a pic, he says. Fine. They want to shut us down, everyone. That's how it goes. That's how it goes when you're a rebel like I am. Let me just see what they did. I don't want to have to do like a counterclaim. Oh, God. Absurdist movie. It seems like I'm still up, but it was shut down for a while. Stream unavailable. Oh, you're right. And it's for policy violations. Man, they're going to take my YouTube channel away, probably. Right. I wonder if I can just go back to going live. Hey, we're back. All right, so it just shuts you down for a small amount of time. All right, even if you show... All right, maybe we won't zoom in and we'll see what happens. Wow, I got content warning on Twitch, too. That's because probably because it's a trailer for a newer movie. But honestly, I don't understand... You know what? We're back! We got shut down, apparently. I'm being too... I'm violating every policy in the book. You can't watch movie trailers on your channel. It seems weird, doesn't it? It's fine. That's fine. They want to dink around. They'll find out. I'll have to counterclaim the whole thing. Radd, you're so bad. Well, was it worth it? The Desperate Hour. It wasn't even that great of a movie, so was it worth shutting your stream down for? No, probably not. No. Oh, so we probably got shut down for that one. What's next on the list? We're just going to keep going. If it gets shut down, everyone, just pop in the chat. Have yourself a Coke and a smile. All right, we watched another one. This will probably get me copyrighted as well, even though it's from 1939. I'm going to give you guys some time to find out what movie did Radd watch that was from 1939. Why would he do that? Okay, I hate when it does this. The song just goes on for like a minute in the wrong direction. All right. Maybe the jams were too hot. Oh no, I actually have this one in the archive, so I don't have to go in. Alright, I'm going to give you guys 10 more seconds to figure out what's going on. Mr. Radd goes to Washington. Can't believe we got shut down. Yeah, it wasn't a silent era film. Alright, that was it. That was all the time I have allotted you. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtains. You guys know that the Wizard of Oz reminds me exactly of Sconebone, who's also streaming right now. The guy that's at the door. Ain't no way, not no how. He's got the same mustache and everything. Anyways, the Wizard of Oz, wow. The Wizard of Oz has permeated pop culture. It's crazy. The Simpsons, all over it. Family Guy, just nuts with references to Wizard of Oz. The Office, and so on and so on. It keeps going. Gone with the Wind was 1939? Wow. I'll tell you this, though. This movie goes down so much smoother than I would have ever thought. And it was way funnier than I remember. And way funnier than it should be. Hang loose. Do you guys remember the scene when the guy behind the door... No one sees the wizard! Not nobody, not no how! Do you remember when he was crying up a storm? Because Dorothy's like, I can't go home and I'll never go home again! And he was crying, but they had just like a pipe in his hairline dumping water down his face. That's a Key and Peele sketch. Like they did that almost 100 years ago. Yeah, this movie actually had me laughing out loud. Way more than it should have. Alright, so let's clear up some rumors here. Tin Man. The rumor on the street is he died, like right after the movie died. Apparently the Tin Man, when they first started filming, like early shoots of the film, they used actual aluminum powder on his face. And he got it in his lungs and almost died. So they had to switch to better paste. Like, what did they make him look like before? They were probably dripping mercury on his face. Ah, come on, it'll look great. They have lead gloves on. Come on, you look beautiful. You want to be a star, don't you? It feels funny. Hey, there's no Actors Guild union yet. Get your ass out there. And then so what they had on him by the end was the regular paste. It looks fine. What were you guys trying to do to his face? Real aluminum. We tried to melt aluminum and pour it on his face. I don't know what happened. It just didn't work out the way we planned. Fun fact, the guy who played the Tin Man actually outlived everyone on the movie except for some of the Munchkins. What are the Munchkins, Radd? Well, here's a neat thing about this movie, everyone. I don't know when color video came into play. Wasn't the lion having heat strokes? He had lead all over his outfit, too. Probably. This was an era when it was just dangerous to be a film actor. Like, the scene where, the witch appears and disappears during the Munchkin dance sequence. She's just in a trapdoor under the ground, and smoke explodes in front of the trapdoor, and then suddenly she's standing there, all in one shot. And Mr. Radd and I are sitting there watching it going like, how'd they do that? And you just realize they had to like push her through all that smoke that was probably lead smoke. Like, they're all dying. Everyone's dying. It's like getting caught in nuclear fallout. Oh god, no! I'm gonna die after this! Anyways, there's a lot to talk about on this one. We're gonna risk another takedown, everyone. We're gonna open up the trailer so you guys can see it. Let's see. Wizard of Oz 50th official trailer. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Original trailer? Oh, no way. No way this is the original trailer. Alright, well, we'll pop it on, and if we get shut down, just go in the chat and tell me you're getting fricked up. Right. Boom. Boom. Why don't we leave it like this? Fine, we'll leave it like this and see just how fricked up it all gets. Is this the highest quality we're gonna get? 240p? Okay. If you've never seen it, you've got a rare treat in store for you. This is the... Okay. This quality... Actually, it probably looks fine to you guys because it's so small on the screen. Well, the thumbnail looked amazing. I can't even make out a single picture here. Oh, the algorithm's gonna get me. We know what the hell you're doing, kid. We know you're trying to review movies on the internet. That's for the big players only, not for you little guys. Alright, we'll just do this HD trailer from... the 2013 re-release. It was like the 70th year anniversary. Anyways, let's see. Dorothy here lands her house on someone and kills her, and everyone in the town cheers. That's already kind of strange. Like, they're cheering. They're like, "You're the greatest! I can't believe you killed someone!" And then later on in the film, she kills another person and everyone cheers. She kills 2 people in this movie. You know, not really because of anything she was actually doing. She wasn't out there, like, sticking them. Go to sleep. But she did kill 2 people. Manslaughter. She was involved in 2 incidents of manslaughter. And everyone cheered both times. Alright, so the singing at the beginning with all the munchkins was hard to watch. I didn't enjoy it at all. But I did enjoy the set design. Watching how they painted the background and everything, the way it all looked. IMAX 3D? Jesus Louises. You see all that red smoke there? Yeah, she had to pop up through red smoke. There's no way that smoke turns red unless it's just covered with asbestos or lead or something. Ding dong, the wicked witch is dead! You killed her, Dorothy! What else do we have here? Yeah, the body language. I was laughing watching this movie. It's a rare movie, and it's actually kind of a cool story. Kind of reminds me of, like, Lord of the Rings Light. Oh no! Dorothy got kidnapped and we have to go save her from Mordor. We basically have to go to Mordor. All these rascals that have no business being involved in, like, an action sequence. Isn't there some munchkin hanging himself in the back? Look at Sconebone! Not nobody, not no how! I gotta tell him that the next time I see him. What else? The tornado sequence at the beginning. They didn't even show it in this trailer. That looks fan-god-dang-tastic. It still looks good, the tornado sequence, and I don't even know how they did it. That one's like a genuine mystery to me. Because they have a big tornado in the background, and as far as I can tell, they had actual footage of a tornado, and then put it on like a big projector screen in the background. That's the only way I can imagine it happening. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Anyways, it's still worth watching. I will still say Return to Oz is better, but the Wizard of Oz actually not as bad as I would have remembered. Now, I actually had not seen. I would not have seen the Wizard of Oz if my stepsisters did not. When our families moved in together, that was one of 2 movies that they brought with them. Wizard of Oz, or 3 movies: Wizard of Oz, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and Cinderella. So I remember I watched those all the time because I didn't have a video library at that point. That was actually like a big deal. Whoa. You guys got movies that you don't have to rent? Alright, I'll watch The Wizard of Oz. What do you got for me? But I can't believe how much pop culture The Wizard of Oz was involved in. Even The Office with Michael Scott. Oil can! And it's verbatim. They're not even doing an impression of it. That's exactly how silly it was in the original movie. The witch was acting her butt off, says Mrs. Radd. That voice cackles. Sweet Jeebus. Yeah, she really played an over-the-top a-hole. And the movie ends... Okay, here's why Dorothy runs away. Because that lady playing the witch... I gotta back it up even further. when you watch this movie on the 50th year anniversary VHS on a UHF TV, you can't even tell that the farmhands are the guys that you start seeing in the movie. When you watch it in HD, you're like, oh, okay. Yeah, it looks exactly like them. And that's the witch. Oh, it's all making perfect sense. When you're a kid, you don't notice that. And at the end, they say, and you were there, and you were there. Anyways, the witch, Dorothy lets Toto off his leash or something, and he runs over and bites that lady on her own property. And this is all off camera. And so she arrives at the house and says, I have a warrant from the police station that I can take that dog and have it destroyed. Whoa. That's hardcore. Comes to pick up the dog, and the parents are like, we can't go against the police, Dorothy. Give the nice lady your dog. So Dorothy runs away. No, never! And she like pushes the old lady down. Get out of my way! And she goes running and gets caught in a tornado on the same day. And so when she comes home, she bonks her head. Has a schizoid embolism about being in Oz. Now, jeez Louise. At the end of the movie, they're like, oh, thank goodness, Dorothy, you're alive and you're well. And Toto as well. And it just ends happy ending, but no one mentioned what happened to the witch. She's presumably still coming to get that dog. Still gonna kill that dog. Well, that's no good. They should have gone on for 5 more minutes. Made it a real sad ending. Unless the witch got killed in the tornado, in which case, yay! Be the 3rd innocent person dead. Well, I don't know, innocent. Also, I don't know what the good witch's accent is. It's an accent that doesn't exist anymore. Dorothy? Oh, Dorothy! Oh! I can't do it. It's very strange sounding. Anyways, Wizard of Oz, everyone, is a pop culture phenomenon. Give it a watch, and then you'll see how many things in this movie are in other stuff you've seen. Alright, next one up. That was good. Wizard of Oz, good. Return to Oz, also good. Alright, those are all the ones there. Now, I'm going to turn on one that I only watched about 5 minutes of. I'm going to turn it on because it's the pop culture refresher, and god dang it, I can have fun with the pop culture refresher if I want. We watched Cool Runnings with Ratty Boy Jr. recently. Oh, man. Takes place in Alberta, don't you know? You guys remember the scene in the movie when they're walking out of the Calgary airport, and it's like, minus 25, and it's all blizzarding, and these guys can't even step outside. They're like, I don't even know what's going on. Minus 25, that's for babies. It gets down to minus 45 here. With the minus 50 with the wind chill. But yeah, the minus 25 is pretty cold. It's still pretty cold. So the people you can't believe, Jamaica, they have a bobsled team. I don't know the exact story behind this movie, but apparently it is loosely based on a real story where Jamaica submits a bobsled team for the Winter Olympics. I don't know if that bobsled team was full of sprinters, but if it was, good lord. Can you imagine how fast they would have rocketed? No wonder they tipped their damn cart. You guys were sprinting. Yeah, we did the 0 to 100. We did a 100-meter dash in 9 seconds down the hill on a death skate. Bobsledding, no. Bobsledding, we have a big history of bobsledding on this show, as you guys know. I was a former... it's t-shirt weather, says Mrs. Radd. Yeah, sometimes when it's minus 25, sometimes you just see, like, how long can I last outside shoveling my driveway without a jacket on or gloves? Am I gonna make it? Oh god, I'm not gonna make it. Or if you're pumping your gas, like, God, this is really freaking cold. You need a little pair of gloves in your car just to pump gas. All right, good. All right, let's get the trailer for this one going on here. This is a good all-time classic movie. Another one that was on TV all the time. All the ding-dang time. John Candy as well might have been one of his very last roles. R.I.P. Sanka, you dead man. No, man. Shoveling? Is that not how you would pronounce that? You just say, shovel your driveway? I'm busy shoveling. I'm busy shovel my driveway. Alright, here we go. And YouTube. Alright, do you remember when this main guy played the main bad guy in Oz? The jail show? He was like the leader of the black guy gang. It's so weird when you watch him in this first. He's just such a wholesome guy. So here's these sprinters. They're training for the Summer Olympics, and then they get tripped up by Junior. And yes, that is Malik Yoba from New York Undercover. And so there goes your Olympics. 4 years of training, gone. Maybe there's still a chance. I don't know, let's do some bobsledding. And wait a second, Sanka's not, Sanka, the guy with the hat. He's not an Olympic runner. Wouldn't he be holding up the entire team? So unfortunately for me, I only got to watch about 15 minutes of this movie, and then I had to turn it off to work on the show. Got to work on the show, eh? Actually, I don't even remember what I was doing, but that was 2 weeks ago. So Mrs. Radd and Baby Boy Radd had to watch this. And was this another one, Mrs. Radd, where he said, I hope there's a sequel. I hope there's a Cool Runnings 2. He says that it's nice when Ratty Boy Jr. says he wishes there was a sequel after you watch a movie with him. That's a nice feeling. Look at the color schemes here. Those are intense. True shoveling starts out so cold, then sweating hardcore at the end. Yes. Yeah, you're out there shoveling. And eventually, yeah, when you're fine outside, lips numb, got frost all on your mustache like Kurt Russell in The Thing, and then when you get inside, and you're like, all right, finally, and it's so hot when you walk inside. Jesus Christ! Oh, God! All right, he likes John Candy. Good taste. The boy's got good taste. So apparently they flipped the dang thing in real life. That's actually what happened. Anyways, Cool Runnings seemed to be on TV once a week when I was a kid, and I would watch it quite often. Why not? All right, next one up. I have another one here. We got 2 more to go, everyone. This is 2 weeks worth of movies. Actually, because we didn't do a show last week. Okay, that's right. Mrs. Radd and I were... She said, Radd, can you find this Paul Newman movie called Nobody's Fool? Well, it took some sleuthing, but I did manage to unearth Nobody's Fool with Paul Newman. And you know what? Has Paul Newman and Clint Eastwood ever starred in the same movie at the same time? Because they kind of exude the same energy, and especially in this role, Paul Newman was laying it on pretty thick. They flipped it because of skill, not bobsled error. So it wasn't because the bobsled was falling apart or anything. They just weren't as skilled, probably because they've never been able to practice on an actual bobsled track. What, you mean practicing on a dirt slope isn't going to perfectly prepare us for this? Well, I don't want to believe it. Nobody's Fool. Let's see if I can get the trailer for this one up. And you just see Paul Newman doing his thing. This one took us three tries to watch, so... And I forgot Bruce Willis is in this. All right. Well, congratulations, Bruce Willis. You're our pop culture star of the episode. Rated R. What the hell for? Oh, there was some breasts. That's right. What's the actress's name in this, Mrs. Radd? There's a young Paul Newman. They're like, but look at him now. Watch him when he gets all old and frailed up. Melanie Griffith shows bare breast in this for a split second. Pretty good scene. Right, do I need all the death metal going right now? Of course. Anyways, you know, guys, guess who was in this movie? A1 Charles Pennington from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a.k.a. Dan. It's the only other movie I've ever seen him in. Anyways, this was a pretty good movie. He starts out as a salty old curmudgeon, basically a total failure. But the town that he lives in, I don't even know how I can explain it. He's nobody's fool. He lived his life hard. He was a bad father. Didn't do the right things by his family or his kids, but, you know, he kind of makes up for it by the end of the film. He redeems himself. It only takes him like 70 years. I like Paul Newman, though. That's a very interesting actor. Check it out if you're curious. I couldn't wholeheartedly recommend this movie. I haven't seen most of these, actually. There we go. Anyways, they're not showing Charles Pennington, but they will show Bruce Willis. I flipped it. They flipped it because it's killing. And I fell asleep thrice in the Paul Newman movie. Probably saw about 20 minutes of it. Yeah, I don't know if you were enjoying it, Mrs. Radd, but this movie definitely has low impact. It's not like a high impact film. It's not like you're watching The Predator or something. You're watching Paul Newman, the old man, play an old man, but all of his dialogue was sharp. It was a very sharply written movie with a nice wraparound. Wrapped it all up. I'm pretty tired after Ratty Boy Jr. goes to bed. I'm amazed you're up right now, Mrs. Red. And our couch is the world's best sleeping aid. Yes, I can attest to that. I slept on that couch for 15 months straight after Ratty Boy Jr. was born because our cat would meow his buns off at nighttime, and we had to share a room with our son in our apartment, so it just had to be that way. Easily fell asleep on the couch. But Mrs. Radd is not playing. The game is stacked against her because she has to wake up at 4 to 4:30 usually every day. I'm only up now because I'm waiting for the washing machine to finish. Well, dang, you're locked in. Why don't you set a timer or something? I can go look after this, Mr. Radd. I'm going to turn the stream off after the Pop Culture Refresher and restart the stream once I start playing games. That way the archive doesn't have this mega video that has videos at the top and then games after. No one knows what's going on. Yeah, we both work from home, so we basically work around Ratty Boy Jr.'s schedule. And so Mrs. Radd is just naturally a morning person, and I'm naturally not even just a night person. I'm a straight-up nocturnal person. So we actually see each other. We get most of our hang time in after she's done her first shift at like 5 in the morning. All right. No. It's done. About to go to the dryer after the refresher. Okay, well, we got one left, Mrs. Radd. And it's not a great one either. It's not a great... Wait, here we go. Before I was able to get this one, guess what I accidentally got and turned on by accident? Nobody's Fool with Whoopi Goldberg. So this was clearly not the movie that we were looking for. But you don't know as soon as you see Whoopi Goldberg. She looks timeless. So I was like, is this a 1995 movie with Whoopi Goldberg? I can't tell. Was she in this? I don't know. Took us a little while to figure out. Nobody's Fool. Alright, the last movie we watched this week that I want you guys to know about. We're still on that Kevin Costner kick. At least I am. I'm willing to watch Prince of Thieves. I'm willing to watch... I'll watch Tin Cup. I don't care. The Postman? Did I give it a third try? I've tried to watch it twice. I'll watch The Postman. I'll watch The Bodyguard. It was none of those films. I'll give you guys approximately 10 seconds to find out what Kevin Costner film it was then. And did you know he directed Dances with Wolves? Won the Oscar for it? Why was he even directing a movie anyways? Alright, Kevin, we think you got the chops, buddy. Get out there. Not in front of the camera this time, behind the camera. Although he might have been starring in it as well. They just really liked him in that, what is that Russian movie that I was watching the last 3 weeks ago. Alright, no one's biting. I will take the bait then. The movie Mrs. Radd and I watched was Field of Dreams. You know what stinks about this movie? Kevin Costner plays a hippie in it, like a retired hippie. Is there anything worse than retired hippies? The thing that's weird about retired hippies is they're such hypocrites. They're basically progressive and conservative all at the same time, and they don't know how to rectify any of those things. How can you be like this? How is this possible? Everything stinks about it. Yeah, everything stunk except it did have a good sense of dreamlike wonder, I guess. If you're looking for dreamlike wonder, then Field of Dreams might be the movie for you. Let's get the trailer on. Also, if you like James Earl Jones, Field of Dreams might be the movie for you. And also, it's 1989, so it was the butt-ass end of the 80s. That's always kind of a nice time, transition time. And Mrs. Radd had to point out, I wouldn't have noticed. This is Uncle Buck's girlfriend is the lady in this. Alright, movie did not play by its own rules. I took some notes. This is the only one I have notes on. What does that mean, Radd? This movie did not play by its own rules. Because, okay, so, this is what happens. He's out in his field, and then he hears this. If you build it, they will come. Okay, who's the voice? What's the voice? Even the trailer or the credits just say the voice as himself. All right. So they never explain why the voice was heard or why it was talking to him. But you know what really chaps my chaps? Is that his family. Okay, so he builds this baseball diamond. He's like, I don't know why, I just have to build it. The voice told me to, I gotta build it. And then Ray Liotta shows up, some guy that used to play on, like, Babe Ruth's team. But his family can see him, too. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Why is his family seeing him? Like, I could understand if he hit his head and he was hearing voices, but everyone in his family can see these guys. But his brother, the guy with the beard, can't, so he's walking right through the baseball game. That doesn't make any sense. What are the rules in this fantasy situation they're playing here? Maybe brain damage, but then why does his family see it too? When is the postman, Mrs. Radd? Believe it or not, I think the bodyguard is the one I want to watch first. Also, when is Waterworld Virtual Boy Week? You first, Young Streep. She was the worst part of the movie. Lol, this box art seems so cheap. That was when Kevin Costner could just sell your movie for you. Hey, we got the cost in here. You got the cost? I love the cost. I'll watch it. What's it about? And so he goes and see, like, it keeps saying stupid stuff, like, I don't know what it said, but it said something like, go find this a-hole and get him to watch a baseball game with you. So then he just arrives at James Earl Jones' house or his apartment and says, I don't know, I can't explain it, but you gotta come watch this baseball game with me. Get out of my sight. I don't care. Who the hell? Damn it, I don't have the effects on thing. Who the hell are you? Get out of my sight. Are you sure I don't have the effects?
Testing. Get the hell off my doorstep. I'm not going to see a baseball game with you. You piece of stool.
Coming soon to a theater near you. Yeah, it's a strange movie. That was a strange one, everyone. But I think if people do enjoy this movie, it's not because it's a movie that plays by the rules or its own rules. This movie is one of those movies, it's like a feel-good movie. It's supposed to make you feel good. I don't know, sometimes that's not good for you. Like, just feeling good without putting any effort in. Young Street over on YouTube says, I get this movie mixed up with Angels in the Outfield all the time. Hey, it could happen. That was the same one, right, Young Street? I only saw it once. Alright, I think that's about all we're budgeted for here. That was the Pop Culture Refresher, everyone, and that was the sloppiest one we've ever done because I had none of the stuff archived ahead of time. That has nothing to do with what we discussed last week. It's just because I didn't... we were out of town up until like 20 minutes before the stream went live. And I spent that time making shorts instead. Smart. I haven't seen something that made me that angry in years. It goes the hard swing the other way. It's supposed to make you feel good. Instead, it's making Mrs. Radd want to start punching people out at random. But alright. That's fair. Field of Dreams. Kevin Costner. When was Dances with Wolves? Did this movie get him the green light to go nuts on Dances with Wolves? Anyways, Kevin Costner is, he's an enjoyable actor. I've enjoyed seeing Kevin Costner in the 4 or so movies I've seen recently. And I will continue to watch Kevin Costner films. Plus, James Earl Jones is enjoyable also. Throat rip for you! Throat rip for you! I'm handing them out like hotcakes. Yeah. Imagine Mrs. Radd angry sleeping during this movie. Honey, put your sleep apnea mask on. She doesn't have one, but can you imagine being an angry sleeper? Put your sleep apnea mask on. You were watching Field of Dreams again, weren't you? Yeah. Having nightmares, damn it. Alright. Now, there is no precedent for this, everyone, but in an attempt to clean up my archive, in an attempt to... here we go, this makes more sense. In an attempt to reduce the moving parts with which I have to use while streaming, I'm actually going to end the stream right now, and in 5 minutes, we'll reconvene, and I'll play the hell out of some Sega Saturn games for a couple hours. That sounds pretty good. That's a good deal. I take it. I think we're going to focus on import Sega Saturn games tonight, because I did no research either. I've got to focus hard on my actual career, which, by the way, Obvious Gravity, we're getting closer. I had to do a lot of stuff to get back to a point where it's like focus up 100%. Last night was the first 100% night So we're close. We're close to getting the NES part done, and then it's all in on the vocals, and I'm excited to just go nuts on that. Yes, I'll be doing my own Sephiroth vocals. All right, waking up in a cold sweat, startling myself awake. Son of a bitch! All right, well, I guess I went full on. Miss Radd just said B. All right. So if you guys are out of your mind, enough. If you guys are actually out of your mind, prove it by coming back in 5 minutes. We'll start the stream up again. In the archive, though, this is the end of the Pop Culture Refresher. If you guys like absurdist reviews of movies, comment below. Tell me what you thought. A nice hour-long segment of just complete ridiculousness. It will be a much better segment next week when I can actually put this content together ahead of time. But this is about as raw as it will ever get. But yes, no more moving parts. It's got to be a normal person. We'll talk about it on the next stream. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you guys in 5 minutes if you're watching live terrestrially. But otherwise, we'll see you guys next week for another exciting Pop Culture Refresher.